Rochdale were the team who drew the short straw and became the first visitors to Anfield in the FA Cup campaign of '96. In January, it looked unlikely that Liverpool would be challenging Newcastle at the top of the Premiership, so the FA Cup appeared to be their best chance for honours.
Liverpool have made their usual solid start to this game, and they build down the left-hand touchline with Harkness. Got plenty of support in and around the edge of that penalty area. John Barnes joins in now, having started the move initially. And again, now McManaman. Rochdale backpedaling here, and this could be suicidal for them. Liverpool seeking space and finding enough for Robbie Fowler. The first of the game for Fowler, who just does not miss from that sort of angle. Interception was by Scales. McManaman forcing his way down that touchline. And again, Rochdale finding it very hard to contain Steve McManaman. They just don't know which way he's going to turn. And although there are 4 Rochdale defenders here, the cross comes in. Collymore the goal. 2-0 to Liverpool. And a first for Stan Collymore, his first FA Cup goal for the club. Created predictably by McManaman. And Collymore getting between the central defenders, and he scores. Lovely switch, and again he finds McManaman just on the edge of the centre circle. Now McAteer, who's been a real success for Liverpool in that right back position. Fowler's knocked it through here for Collymore. Oh, and that's bad goalkeeping, it's got to be said. Collymore's second, Liverpool's third. It should have been stopped. Collymore looks almost embarrassed. No way back for Rochdale. They're merely playing for pride at the moment. But Fowler taking them on again. A little shimmy from him. All the time in the world. And McManaman, constant thorn in Rochdale's side, and so is McAteer. And here's the cross, and this could be 4. And the unfortunate man is Valentine. Peter Valentine, the former Huddersfield defender, stabbing the ball past his own keeper. Ian Rush on. Good touch from him. Michael Thomas. McManaman seems to have been instrumental in everything for Liverpool today, and he really is haunting this Rochdale defence, and he's opened the way for Fowler, and now for Ian Rush, and there's another one for Ian Rush's FA Cup tally, his first FA Cup goal of this season, and records just keep tumbling for Ian Rush. Swept out again for McManaman, and then Michael Thomas. And they really are toying at times with the Rochdale defence, and here's Robbie Fowler again. He'll take on the battle, and Collymore's in the middle, and this could be a hat-trick for Stan Collymore. It is! A real goal to cherish for the former Nottingham Forest man, and Stan Collymore, on his FA Cup debut for Liverpool, has a hat-trick. And once Fowler found him in space, round the keeper, there was only one end product. And what promised to be a good and an entertaining day for Rochdale has turned out to be one of humiliation. And here is McAteer as Liverpool seek to add to their score. They've not declared yet. Thomas in for McAteer, who could take on the keeper, and a lovely sweeping drive from Jason McAteer. 7-0 Liverpool. It could hardly have been more impressive nor comprehensive. Having conquered one team from a lower division, Liverpool had to repeat that feat in the 4th round. This time they had to travel to Gay Meadow to meet 2nd Division Shrewsbury Town. A repeat of the Magnificent Seven was unlikely, but victory was expected. Before kick-off, players and fans paid their respects to the late, great Bob Paisley.
Thomas, Fowler. 2 full-backs are forward, leaving just the 3 centre-backs, but that stems the flow. It's got that feel of a highly entertaining and exciting tie. McManaman, now Collymore, a sight of goal! And he stumped it in! Not the most spectacular goal that Stan Collymore will ever score. He's quite literally started the ball rolling. Lovely ball. Whiston left Collymore all alone. And at £8.5 million, you expect him to score goals like that. The referee says play on. Lovely. Fouled by McAteer. It's a yellow card. McAteer points to the ball which he thinks he's won, but the referee having no lip, and Liverpool fullback goes into the book as well. James comes a long way for that. He's lost the ball as well, but the bounce of the ball spins his way. Collymore takes it upon himself to organise the wall. There's a slight wind blowing in the face of goalkeeper Edwards. It looks as though it could be Fowler. It is, he chips it and he wasn't far away. A nonchalant little run-up from Robbie Fowler. Just dinked it over the wall. A little bit too much lift on the shot though. It had Edwards beaten. 3/4 of the game gone. Liverpool with this slender 1-goal lead. They need a second to make it a comfortable cushion. It could be there. No! No! Poor old David Walton. A Liverpool fan finally realised it's a dream to score for his boyhood idols. But unfortunately, he's a Shrewsbury player and he's dented and ruined their cup hopes. Under no real pressure at all, should have left it. I think we'd rather see them score a third goal than try and kill the game. Fowler, oh, he wasn't far off. He's been pretty close today, Robbie Fowler. He's in a good vein of form, 11 goals in 11 games. Stretching the Shrewsbury defence, in between Walton and the fullback Seabury. Here. Maybe playing out time, but there's still a quarter of an hour to go. Huddersfield Town will tell you to their cost that ties are never over until on the 93rd and 94th minute. Fowler, there's a chance for Liverpool third. Surely Robbie Fowler must score. He's literally walking the ball into the goal. And that was a Sunday afternoon stroll for Robbie Fowler. Liverpool's third, and it's bye-bye Shrewsbury Town. Again, it was Walton who, it has to be said, you don't like to pick on him, but what's to blame? Bustled off the ball, and Robbie Fowler in that kind of area doesn't miss, and he really did tease Shrewsbury then. Scales, who's had an outstanding game against his old pal Anthropos. Bob Jones. McManaman to Jones again. If he's going to ever score a goal, it's going to be in a game like this, and he tries his luck. Still a blank for Rob Jones. He smiles every time he has a shot. It's a standing joke in the Liverpool changing room that he'll never score. Collymore. Away goes McManaman, taking on two defenders. Beats the bobbles as well. That's a great pass! McAteer! Liverpool 4, Shrewsbury 0. Job well done. You have to feel sorry for Paul Edwards. Nothing he could do about that one. Look at that for a pass. From McManaman to McAteer. A case of a double Mac attack.
Charlton had battled gamely to the 5th round, and Liverpool knew that they were up against stiffer opposition than in the earlier rounds. Robbie Fowler was by now in lethal form.
It really is vital for Charlton to make a good start in this game, but it's a daunting task for them, and they're being pushed back again here. Good tackle by Bowyer, though. The cross comes in, and punched away very well, and 2 good saves there from Mike Salmon to keep Charlton all square in these early phases. Some excellent keeping from Salmon. Now then, away goes Leeburn, tall and leggy, and he'll take on Liverpool all day. Ball knocked back for David James, who, calm as you like, knocked it over the top. Back again from Jones. Liverpool still pass masters at passing the ball around, and it's a good, even surface. First one tonight. Collimore's come deep and really makes inroads here. Terrific running from Collymore. What a shot as well. Just flicked wide. I'm not sure whether that took a deflection, but Stan Collymore, full of intent. And he's gone fully 40 yards here before hitting this one, and it does just come off the back of Rufus. And referee Winter's a busy man tonight. Keeping up with the play as Liverpool seek to build on halfway. They always look to Collymore as an outlet. Finds the first tackle well. And goes McAteer. Here's his cross. Here's Fowler. And Liverpool in front. Robbie Fowler just finds that yard of space that he needs, and Liverpool take the lead. Nicely created with McAteer again the provider, but Fowler inevitably the finisher. A smile on the face of Jason McAteer. A little emotion shown by Fowler, but he gets into these positions in and around the penalty area so adeptly, and there was nothing Salmon could do about that. This one swept across by Barnes for Collymore. Liverpool just always seem to have that spare man. Now Charlton on the retreat against McManaman again. Jones into Fowler. McManaman biding his time. And it's in here for Collymore, who's tricked his way past the full-back. And it's kicked out again by Salmon, who's had an outstanding first half. Stan Collymore superbly created space. Thomas this time. Oh, it's a lovely ball, and McManaman leaves it for Collymore. Building again with McManaman, and coming up on the right will be McAteer. Supports so well. Stop again from Salmon. He's holding on to everything tonight. But Jason McAteer making these runs. He's on the end of everything, and McManaman just teeing him up. McAteer, good stop by Salmon. So here is this Charlton corner. Corner dealt with. And they've not created much yet, Charlton Athletic. They've got a good away record this season into the Entry League First Division, but that is a good try. And the ball sailing over the top from Robinson. It went over by about 3 feet. Collymore. One of the more fluent movements from Liverpool. Running again from McManaman, who just seems to know where Collymore is, and again he's thwarted by Salmon. Well, Collymore must wonder if he's ever going to beat Mike Salmon tonight. He got a hat-trick, remember, in the 3rd round against Rochdale, and here on the end of McManaman's pass, Collymore didn't hang around, Salmon thwarted it. Lever. Battles well for it. Taken on again by Bowyer. Bowyer said to be interesting in Liverpool after a fine season for Charlton Athletic, but they're on the back foot again now. And the ball swept in by Thomas. Here's Collymore, and that's 2, and that's surely good enough to take Liverpool through. Collymore timed the run. The finish was precise. and that's why Liverpool paid a record £8.5 million to stand the man. Good ball in from Thomas, but it's a crisp finish. Collymore coming to meet it and driving the ball wide of Salmon. It went beneath him and smack into the middle. Rufus there this time. McManaman, who has this gift of just dancing past people. Oh, brilliant run by McManaman, just couldn't finish it. The approach was delightful. He just dances away from the defenders. Full of confidence, full of running, past Rufus, but the final shot, a little tepid. Liverpool leading by 2-0 and seeking to build on that advantage, and always McManaman to the fore. This time Rufus does get a foot in there. McManaman flicks it up in the air. That's a lovely touch from McAteer and releases Collymore, who just about keep it in. Oh, superb piece of skill from Collymore, and there could be another one here from McManaman. How did that stay out? Well, one assumes he didn't get the best of touches. Salmon looks happy about it, but it seems certain to be a third there for Liverpool, thanks to Collymore. Excellent skill. Just tricking Gary Nelson right on the dead ball line. One touch, the second carried it across, and McManaman surely should have scored. Well, Ian Rush will be guaranteed a tremendous ovation. He's announced that he will be leaving Liverpool at the end of the season. But what a wonderful and most loyal servant he has been here at Anfield. He'll replace one of the new heroes, Stan Collymore, but Ian Rush will live forever in the affections of all those who support Liverpool Football Club. And he does get a terrific reception. The icing on the cake would be a goal from the great man. And Liverpool certainly in the mood to provide him with one. Barmer refusing to leave his side. A little wonder. Here is Thomas. Down the line from McAteer. Yet again, McManaman keeping it in. He's had a superb evening, McManaman. Rides the challenge. Here's Fowler. Good stop. And Rush was following in, and that could have been a dramatic entry by Ian Rush. But Salmon's been superb in the Charlton goal this evening. Good strike from Fowler. McAteer seeking to make inroads yet again, as he's done so often. Fowler, nice little touch from him, and then he'll take the return ball from Barnes. Fowler to Rush, and yet again that man Salmon provides the heroics. He really has been inspired. Well, Charlton with Kim Grant here, and Kim Grant will try his luck. Fabulous strike from Kim Grant. Well, that's as good a goal as you could wish to see. Liverpool 2, Charlton 1. The sixth round drew Liverpool against more familiar opponents. Leeds United hosted the first game at Ellen Road. Much was expected. Many were disappointed.
Barnes, McManaman. Here's McAteer. Liverpool find their rhythm. This is McManaman. Neither Collymore or Fowler were well enough forward to connect with that, but it will encourage the Liverpool fans that after 7 minutes they're suddenly getting into their stride. Tried to exploit the gap by curling it around the back line. There's Thomas. Run well by McAllister. So often the inspiration of Leeds attacking play. He's made a good run this time. Has to force it out, does so. This is Worthington. Plenty of players moving into the area. The drive from Worthington going all the way through to James. He's had a lot of barracking in his appearance in the first team as Nigel Worthington. Rowlett. Good build-up by Leeds. Forward to Yeboah. Good powering run by Yeboah. Worthington. Yeboah!
And Worthington still in there pressing. Turned behind by Babb. Just for a moment there, it seemed the goal might open up either for Yeboah with another spectacular effort, or for Worthington. In the end, he was forced too wide, but Babb wasn't taking any chances whatsoever. Corner the best that Liverpool could hope for in the circumstances. Wetherall goes in, and James only got the merest of touches to it. Came off Ford last, and the Liverpool throw goes straight back to James. Right. Clearance by Wetherall. This is McAtee. McManaman. Thomas to Collymore. The second one he's had on target. A little to the left of Lukic this time. He had a little ground to make up. Back by Yeboah. And he's back by Mark Wright. Fowler. Robbie Fowler! Sudden snapshot from Robbie Fowler really threatened Lukic's goal. Looked for one moment that it might have such sting in it that it could have come out of the goalkeeper's hands, but he really has got an eye for goal, hasn't he, Fowler? Bill Babb. Clearance by Lukic. Here's McManaman. McAtee. Thomas. Fowler finding Collymore. Collymore went for the target. And Lukic had to concede the corner kick. Two strikers linking up as Fowler found Collymore. There may have been a case for playing it into Michael Thomas, but he thought he saw a gap. McManaman with a corner. Headed away by McAllister to McAtee. It's awkward, it's come off Palmer. And there were plenty of Leeds players there to clear. Kelly's run it out. Scales. Space here for McManaman. Suddenly he's lost his marker Ford. Steve McManaman almost showed there why Ford had been detailed to watch him, and he'd been picked out as the danger man in this game. Suddenly a hole opened up for him in the midfield, and having made the run at Beasley, he almost exploited it to full effect. The shot just off the mark. Thomas. And Brolin has stayed onside. Scales made the challenge on Yeboah, which he thought was a perfectly fair one. And the referee has penalised it with a free kick. One or two angry words exchanged between Scales and Yeboah. Words that could be even angrier if Leeds profit from this. It's Worthington or McAllister available to take the free kick into that cluster. Worthington's kick, and it's stayed out somehow, and now it's gone behind. people in there hurling themselves at it. Worthington really got some bend on the ball. Radaby went in to challenge the goalkeeper, and James Tips were there. Fowler. And still, that really wasn't very far away from Robbie Fowler. A troubling moment for John Lukic in the Leeds goal, as Fowler swept across and unleashed a vicious drive that was only just wide. Thomas Brolin not for the first time taken off by Leeds, and Brian Deane gets his chance to make an impact on this tie with 13 minutes to go. Fowler almost ensuring that a replay would not be needed. Deane has won the throw-in, and Worthington will take it. Headed back to Worthington by Mark Wright. And Palmer's in there! Cleared away by Jones. James reached up and couldn't hold it, and he was almost punished for it. Here's Worthington. To Pemberton. Radaby. Weatherall had gone forward for it. Here's Yeboah. Charged down by Thomas. Worthington. Blocked by Wright. Worthington again. Blocked by Scales. Liverpool's defence holding firm against the late onslaught. The full-time whistle goes, and the FA Cup semi-final draw will take place without any team definitely through. Honours even between Howard Wilkinson and Roy Evans' team. Stalemate it is, and the sides will go back to Anfield, where Leeds lost a league match to Liverpool 5-0 earlier in the season. Final score, Elland Road, Leeds 0, Liverpool 0.
After that largely sterile first meeting, Leeds made the journey to Anfield for the replay 10 days later. At first, it appeared that the fans were in for another uneventful game, but eventually, the match came to life.
No, they didn't play particularly well at Elland Road, but Roy Evans was very pleased with the outcome. They have played more matches Liverpool than the two rivals in the top three of the Premiership, but they thrive on work here at Anfield. And here's McManaman. Lukic, well, he knew the shot wasn't struck as sweetly as McManaman would have liked, but he went down as a precaution to make sure there was no chance of it going inside his right-hand post.
Two options he's got here. The one is the shot, but Fowler's just to the left of the screen there, just wide of Radaby. He did have the option just to slide him in. See Fowler peeling away. The space to play him in. Robbie Fowler's disappointed. I think probably more so after the shot.
McAllister wanting some movement down the right-hand side. When it wasn't there, he's got the calmness to explore other avenues. Radaby trying to get it up to Deane. Yeboah. Tony Yeboah for Leeds, and it's not just a holding operation. In full cry is McAteer. Oh, Fowler can place it here and has placed it wide.
Well, that's the first good chance of the evening. Just on the 15-minute mark. Mark Ford's a little unlucky. And this is the area where if you get one against one, which will happen, and you get past your man, you'll have acres to run into, which is exactly what McAteer does. Mark Ford thinks he's done his job. He opted for precision here, Robbie Fowler. I have fancied him just to nick this in the bottom corner. He really didn't threaten the goal.
McManaman. Cross from Collymore. McAteer got to it. It hit Radaby. And the ball is spun behind with the fans in the Kop stand appealing for handball against Radaby, but a corner. Surely the correct outcome as Dermot Gallagher waits for it to be taken by McAteer. With no one forward to clear it to. So he plays a little give and go for himself, and at least that's given the others a chance to shape up properly.
I think that's what happens at times. That's what we saw from Liverpool. Collymore crossing the ball. When either Collymore or Fowler go wide to do that, and they just lack penetration. The bodies from midfield catching up the other striker in the box. It was left to McAteer that time.
This is Ruddock. Radaby almost getting it stuck under his feet. He has done. It's Fowler, and it's Lukic. To the relief of the South African Lucas Radaby.
Well, I said it might take an error, and that was almost it. I think he was caught between leaving this and Fowler coming in behind him and collecting it, which he might well have done. And I think he felt then he had to collect it. He never looked comfortable, never looked in control. But again, he made life difficult for Robbie Fowler. But there seems a little bit more urgency in Liverpool's play at the beginning of the second half. I thought they played the game at a pace first half that suited Leeds, allowed them to funnel players back comfortably.
Fowler. It must have been close to being offside. I know the ball travelled a long way. The flag stayed down. There was just enough pace on it to suit Lukic to get it in.
But he makes a run across. It's played then. You can see he's not offside. You know, and for all the good football that we talk about, it's taken a ball of some 60 yards or so to almost bring the opening.
Off they go again. It's Ian Kelly who intervened. Barnes. Jones. McManaman. Trying to pass it away from Mark Ford, who stuck out a foot. McManaman gets through Ford's challenge that time.
He certainly looked the most likely, Steve McManaman, whether he's going to score or whether he's going to create something. But he's looked the most positive of all the attackers on show tonight. Always looked a threat when he's got the ball. But you're right when you said earlier about his shooting at times. It really does let him down. He gets in some great positions.
Deep. Trying to back his power. That's a bit of progress down the touchline for Leeds. Mark Wright, who's been in tremendous form, recognised by Terry Venables. You haven't heard the news today. 5 Liverpool players in the English squad for next week's international against Bulgaria. And 1 or 2 near misses as well, like Michael Thomas. He's on the ball here through the legs of Ybarra. Fowler. Collymore assessing what's on in the centre. Slipped up as Palmer hobbied out of foot. McManaman with the left foot. It's done! It's done the trick! Steve McManaman scores for Liverpool.
Well, what a strike. Time after time tonight on his strong side. He's hit poor quality shots. And probably at the time when the keeper didn't expect it, he pulls a rabbit out of the hat. This is a magnificent strike. They actually think they've done the hard part, Leeds, and they've cleared the danger as Collymore cuts in. But the ball breaks him here, he just shifts it onto his left foot. One touch there. Now that's blistering colour. That's goalkeeper side. And John Lukic just doesn't see it. It's past Captain Palmer, it's past John Lukic. And it's the power alone that's beaten the goalkeeper.
12 minutes into the second half of this quarter-final replay. Finally a goal to show between Liverpool and Leeds. Steve McManaman. Everton does head the free kick away, but Barnes is quickly on the scene. Fowler, Collymore, some gaps opening up. Worthington struggling, Collymore's in behind him. Stan Collymore, and Lukic does very well indeed.
What a great save that was. Needed a strong arm. This is brilliant play from Collymore. Doesn't panic, slants it across the goalkeeper. For someone so tall to get down so quickly. That's a great save.
Inside the last 20 minutes, unless Leeds can find an equaliser to send it into extra time. McAteer. Hasn't been vintage Liverpool. Team able to really turn it on, and that's a compliment to Leeds. Fowler. Back to McManaman, he's in again! Steve McManaman single-handedly is steering Liverpool towards the last four of the FA Cup.
And that was vintage. That's great football from those two youngsters. They worked the space beautifully. Little pass, there was McManaman, he's passed it and he's away. He's totally left the defender for dead. And once again, when he needed it, he had the coolness to really make it pay that time. And I think that just about kills Leeds off. Super work goal and a great finish. The first one was all about power and pace, and that one was all about placement and accuracy.
Here's McAteer.
Just keep ball at the moment, Martin. We're just enjoying this. 2-0 up. Pass, move, pass and move.
And you can only make the game look as easy as Liverpool are doing by working hard off the ball. You've got to pass it to someone. And there's McAteer. Oh, they've all gone with Fowler. And Pemberton gives away the free kick.
Lovely football that was. Kept the ball for ages. Nice slow tempo. Suddenly Fowler injects a good move and McAteer just strides into it. Just injected a lovely bit of pace into the game. Well, Fowler ain't scored, Collymore ain't scored. It's within both their ranges.
I don't think there's any competition for who's going to take it. Robbie Fowler already has a certain amount of seniority, then, the 20-year-old. Collymore has a word. But it's Fowler! Oh, that's why he takes them! Red-hot Robbie does it again for Liverpool. 3-0.
Well, I don't know if he took John Lukic by surprise or whether it was a deflection that took him away from it. It went in pretty central from this angle. Goalkeeper set. Certainly not nestling in the top corner. But he does what you have to do, what I always say in those situations. If you hit the target, you've got a chance. It's pretty central. Goalkeeper would disappoint, he hasn't got a cross for that. But Robbie Fowler doesn't care. He's hit the target and has been rewarded for doing so.
And Liverpool can make their plans conclusively now for the FA Cup semi-final against Aston Villa. Owen Gray could have retrieved something for Howard Wilkinson's team, but David James keeping his concentration rather better than those in front of him.
I think the question was always going to be, Martin, all right, majority it was for containment, to frustrate. But what would happen when they lost the first goal? Quite simply, they didn't have the answer.
Liverpool are in the semi-finals. 2 goals from Steve McManaman. The second set up by Robbie Fowler, who then curled in a free kick to really emphasise the margin of victory.
The semi-final at Old Trafford provided Liverpool with the opportunity to reach their first final since 1992. Surprisingly, the new-look home of Manchester United was not full for the encounter. Villa were very much in form and had already won the League Cup at Wembley. Liverpool had one eye on the Premiership title, the other on the Twin Towers.
Villa in their regular kit. Liverpool have changed to green and white. Fourth against third in the league. 2 teams that have enjoyed exceptional seasons with a similarity in strategy here on neutral territory, and for a neutral viewer it should be a fascinating semi-final story to unfold. Aston Villa certainly feel that they owe Liverpool something. The only side to do a Premiership double over them this season. And in the end, pretty conclusively, 2-0 at Villa Park, 3-0 at Anfield. Here's York. Alan Wright. And now Mark Wright for Liverpool. Even the most experienced can get nervous in a semi-final.
You want a touch early on, Mark, but you want a better touch than that. At what, 32 years of age? Mark Wright showing even games like this you can just show a little bit of nerves.
Here's Fowler, who seems to be nerveless. Redknapp. Jason McAteer, who's really made that position his own down the Liverpool right. Draper. Semi-finals do bring this quite unique tension, the fear of failure, but here we have two teams for whom caution does not come naturally. Redknapp trying to bed back in. Ruddock. And Bosnich starting to come. It's Rob Jones with a goal to aim at that was gaping. It wasn't the greatest angle, it came quickly. And Mark Bosnich, who's had a terrible time in the two league games between the two clubs, could have been stranded here.
I don't think this is his fault. I think he's called for this, but as we saw Mark Wright do, Hugo Ejog did the same thing. He tried to clear it away from his goalkeeper, not very well. And if Rob Jones gets this on target, then he scores. Simple as that. There's no doubt Liverpool have started the brighter. Whether they might be conscious of one or two nerves around in the Villa ranks, they've certainly started very positively, Liverpool, and testing that.
But there's some space for York. Well, David James, as a precaution, dives a long way to his left, and the referee has ruled that he's touched it. A corner's been given.
Well, I didn't think he did. I thought he went left. You can see he misses it quite clearly. I think you see this hits, well, the refreshment bottle behind the goal, but James just goes to cover his post, skips past him. Certainly not a corner.
McGrath right in there. York again. Draper wants it. And it's the right knee that is the area of concern. Well, oddly, Villa lost the centre-back early on in the match at Anfield recently. It was Steve Staunton, who is a substitute today. Staunton gets ready. But Southgate hasn't given this game up just yet. He's getting further attention, and Brian Little wants to know pretty quickly what the decision's going to be.
I think try and keep the ball for a moment. That would be the order of the day for Villa. Just keep passing, patient, probing. Not be giving away too much possession while they're a man down.
And they're passing it ambitiously to get it up to York. Milosevic and Charles are in the middle as well, and York is taking it behind.
Well, what great skill. That's just typical of Dwight York. The way he tricked Mark Wright on the far side.
The team currently playing with 10 men at the moment. Southgate is up and doing a little bit of jogging down the touchline. A hook clearance by Ruddock ahead of Townsend. McGrath in there. Here's Draper. Gareth Southgate is a very responsible young man, and I'm sure his own private feelings will be put secondary to the good of the team. At the moment, they're going to strap it up and maybe send him back and just see.
Well, that's ligaments, simple as that. Try and tape them, keep the knee as stable as possible.
McManaman, he's lucky not to be injured there. Yellow card for Townsend.
I think the yellow card's for intent here. He goes to ground, and I think he skips over him, Steve McManaman. You can see it there, but the booking's for the intent, and not so much the contact, the lack of contact that was made.
Free kick to Liverpool. And Gareth Southgate returns to try and help defend it. Redknapp takes it. That's Fowler! He's brought the scoring touch into the semi-final.
Well, I'm not going to say anything about bringing on Gareth Southgate, but it's Gareth Southgate. He gets half a yard in front of. The disappointment was there for everyone to see in Southgate's reaction. There it is, he's half a yard in front of Southgate. It's a magnificent header. It's a brave header. He's risking getting a boot in the face here, but this is an FA Cup semi-final, and you have to be prepared to get hurt if you want to score goals. Fowler does everything right, and that's a great header.
32 for Robbie Fowler for the season. Redknapp. Broken up by McGrath. Here's Draper. They've been able to pick out York in this opening phase, and they've done so again. And Taylor, the midfield man, goes in, goes down. Aston Villa and the fans behind David James's goal look to Paul Durkin.
Well, I will say about the referee, he's got the best position in the ground to judge this. I thought McManaman won the ball, he did. There's certainly another leg comes up across the midfield, but there was no free kick as far as Steve McManaman's concerned. But he was looking straight down the barrel of it, the referee, straight at it. And he saw nothing wrong. But what great defending from Steve McManaman. So often we talked about his ability on the other end of the park and the attacking third, but that was great responsibility. He saw Taylor's run, he reacted to the run, and it was important for Liverpool he did, because he got the foot in and tucked the ball back. York sportsman plays it great. Now there's McManaman, now it's maybe John Scales that Taylor's concerned about, his challenge, but certainly there was nothing wrong with the tracking or the tackle of Steve McManaman. It was first class.
Lovely link up from Villa. York's header, and the way that they've been picking him out offers encouragement in this difficult situation for Brian Little's team. They haven't been able to involve Milosevic as much. And the midfield man, Taylor, making McManaman chase back towards his own goal. Now Milosevic. Oh. Shades of last Sunday.
Well, that's just into a tee. And that's what makes him so unpredictable and so exciting. Look at him, he's miles from goal. So aware, look at that little nutmeg there, and he pulls the trigger in an instant. And look at the power he gets in the shot. It's a pity for him, it just had a little bit of swerve on it, because that's what takes it wide of the goal. And that would severely have tested David James's ability.
Gareth Southgate's semi-final has come to an end. Steve Staunton is on. York, but the free kick given for a bucket into the back of Taylor.
When he gives a free kick, it must have been borderline, Martin. It looks right on the edge of the 18-yard line. As the ball's played into Taylor, you see them just backing off now. Yeah, just outside. Just outside, but that's close.
But this represents the best opportunity to strike back that Aston Villa have had since conceding the first goal of the semi-final.
Well, the order of the day is quite simply hit the target.
Townsend has issued the instructions and moved away. Dwight York will determine whether it will go to Draper or to Milosevic. It's lifted for Draper to try and loop. He tried to fashion something there extravagant. And Liverpool still can't get it away. It was played by Scales against Barnes. And Villa at least get a corner.
That was wasted a little, wasn't it?
Well, you could see what was in Draper's mind.
Oh, yeah. Didn't think he gave himself enough room. I thought he was a little bit close to the ball.
Now Draper takes the corner. James, a save from York, right on the line.
Yeah, it's great positioning from strike, York. That's a lovely position for a striker to take, but what good, brave goalkeeping this is. They win the first header, Villa comes down. Look at York's position, it's a great position, but what a save from the goalkeeper. Again, we talked about bravery and Robbie Fowler. As it drops down there, the goalkeeper's got to be brave, and he is.
Goalkeeper comes, doesn't get there, and it was Effiott who did get there. And David James, a hero a moment or two ago, was very nearly the villain of the piece there. Roddick. York, now Townsend. And he'll whip it quickly across to Milosevic. Taylor. Igor Effiott striding forward. And Draper's got some space here. It's Milosevic. James is all over the place, but he's still managed to do enough. He was left exposed then, the Liverpool goalkeeper. It certainly wasn't his fault that Milosevic was threatening so much then. And now James can scoop it up and help Liverpool tidy up.
Well, I'm not sure how well David James does or how poorly Savo Milosevic does. It takes an awful long time to make up his mind what to do.
So right at the end of the first half, a corner for Liverpool. Steve Staunton saying that's mine. So too does Redknapp, who'd taken the corner. McAteer, the shot on here. Well, that really would have sent Aston Villa in at half-time with their heads in their hands.
Great individual skill here from McAteer. Shapes to just play it square and tucks inside Andy Townsend. Gets pressed quite well. I do think if it's on target, well, the goalkeeper will tell us he was across to that.
Draper. Determination from Effiott. Villa not short of that. York. Charles. Townsend's there if he wants some close help. It goes instead to Alan Wright. Draper's picked up a good position. Appeals for handball by the Liverpool players, and Milosevic at the far post. And David James has kept it out.
Well, that is a magnificent, magnificent save. From point-blank range.
From Effiott.
Not only once, I think it spills, but Villa get in great positions here. Draper and Effiott get up in the attack, and both stay there. And as it drops to Effiott, just watch the reactions of David James. There, as it goes away from him, just the right arm comes out and gets hold of it. Wonderful reactions.
Fowler, he's got the only goal. McManaman. Now Barnes. McGrath first to come to him. Barnes has a try! Well, that could have been Liverpool in the final.
That would have been Liverpool in the final. That was vintage. Barnes from 25 yards rattles the woodwork.
He's not scored for some 7 months now. Roy Evans wants to make a change for Liverpool. And Ian Rush's career with Liverpool in the FA Cup isn't over yet. Off comes Collymore. I don't think there's any great surprise there, Andy.
No, I don't think so. And when you know what Ian Rush does for you defensively as well, Martin. Robbie Fowler's given us a cameo of that many times this afternoon. Checking back, and well, who knows, in the next 5 minutes, Rushy might just seal it for him. Certainly none of us would be surprised with that.
Foul on McManaman. Liverpool will loiter as long as the referee will allow them over the taking of this free kick. What do you think what Ian Rush has done in the FA Cup? The all-time record goal scorer in the competition in the 20th century. Staunton, it's only come to Fowler. Robbie Fowler puts the seal on it. He's the scourge of Aston Villa again. Unerring.
Yeah,
4 minutes to go. Another fabulous Fowler goal.
The way he just backed away from Steve Staunton, he didn't get involved in the aerial challenge. Watch the way he backs away at the bottom of the screen. There he goes. He backs away, he thinks, hold on a minute, this might just drop. He took a chance. He got rewarded with the ball dropping at him. But from then, it was all about Robbie Fowler. It was all about this lad's magnificent ability to find the net. That's a brilliant strike. An absolutely brilliant strike. Game, set and match.
You are looking at a goal-scoring genius. Taylor. Townsend. Effield. And Fowler has got 1 or 2 for company here. McManaman. Ian rushes in the middle, trying to get in on the act. Fowler on a hat-trick. McManaman. McAteer! 3-0.
Well, it just rubbed salt into the wounds. But what a break again. And how much ground did Jason McAteer make up? Remember, we're in the stoppage time in a semi-final. He's one of the defenders, and he's not content to stay back there. He senses a chance of a goal, and he gets his name on the score sheet with a simple tap-in.
Well, it's just a case of what McManaman was going to do. And in the end, he teed it up for McAteer, who scored 3 goals in his brief Liverpool career, all of them in the FA Cup. Draper, Johnson. Tommy Johnson saw a gap, and still David James is impassable here. No wonder he takes a bow.
Well, it's only important to David James this save. It takes a deflection off Neil Ruddock. And whether that helps the goalkeeper or hinders him, I don't know, but he certainly makes a great save.
Right, Charles. Knocked away by Ruddock. My goodness, Liverpool have had to work very hard for this. The scoreline, in truth, flatters them. But Robbie Fowler has led Liverpool into the FA Cup final, a dream final, many might call it, against Manchester United. There's no quick return to Wembley for Aston Villa. 2 goals from Fowler at either ends of the afternoon sorted out. There's a lovely interchange between the 2 managers, who can be proud of their sides over the season.